Happy Friday, everybody. Cinephile Mike is here, and it is day 62 of Oscar Rewind, my bi-weekly series of video commentary that reflect the work of this past year's Oscar nominees and winners. I've been digging deep into those IMDb profiles, and my hope is that you will discover a new, older favorite, or maybe revisit something you haven't seen in a while. As always, I'll be discussing the recent Oscar connection, awards history for the film, box office information, critical response, and as always, these reviews are spoiler-free. Now, before we jump in, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. You definitely don't want to miss anything coming your way on the channel, especially as we're moving to the end of Rewind and we're moving into the next award season. Some good stuff coming. So, we are moving along with Music Month, and I'm finishing the second part of what I've been calling my French week, my French pair, my French connection. Earlier this week, I looked at Fever featuring the musical stylings of Camille, and today I am looking at the musical styling of her co-winning co-writer Clément Ducol as I dig into Foz and France 2 Cinema's 2022 film Peter von Kant. Written and directed by François Ozon, and based off both the stage play and screenplay of The Bitter Tears of Petra von Kant, written by Rainer Werner Fassbinder, the film debuted at the Berlinale Film Festival in Germany before its release in France just a few years ago. Released theatrically, internationally, only before distributed by Strand Releasing in the States, the film's entire run was international. It made $667,827. Critically, the film was mixed. It currently sits with a critical response of 76% from 58 reviews and less than 50 audience scores, giving it a popcorn meter of 50%. Award season-wise, a small showing. Ozon was nominated for the Teddy for Best Feature Film and the Golden Berlin Bear for Best Film, both at Berlinale. There were 2 wins at the Film Out San Diego Festival, one for Best International Feature, and one for Khalil Ben Gharbia for Best Supporting Actor. There was a Best Film nod at the San Sebastian International Film Festival, a Most Promising Actor nod for Stefan Crepon, and 2 nominations at the César Awards, France's Oscars, again for Crepon for Most Promising Actor, and a Best Actor nod for Denis Menochet. Now, as I said, we are discussing this film for the musical stylings of Clément Ducol, who, like his writing partner Camille, was a 3-time Oscar nominee this past year, and a 1-time winner, one of the 3. He won for Best Original Song for El Mal from Emilia Perez, also sharing nominations in Best Song for Mi Camino, and for Best Original Score, all 3 for Emilia Perez. Now, Ducol has been scoring film and TV for about 15 years, and while 2022 isn't that far for me to rewind to, it was the earliest film of his I was able to find. A lot of the films were French films that were not as available. So I leave it there. So let me get into this one. Peter von Kant is played by Menochet. He is a famed film director nearing 40 who lives with his faithful, non-speaking assistant Carl, played by Crepon, who does anything requested, and you can see that there's love here, despite the constant abuse that he suffers at Peter's hands. Larger than life, Peter becomes infatuated with the newly arrived 23-year-old actor Amir, played by Gharbia, whom he meets through Sidonie, played by the, let's just say it, the unaging Isabella Gianni, an actress who plays an actress in the film who made a name for herself in Peter's films. Falling hard, Peter invites Amir, who has arrived in Germany and left his wife back in Australia, to move in with him. The two begin a romantic relationship, and Peter tells him that he will make him a star. Some months pass, and Amir is on the verge of blowing up, and Peter's infatuation has only grown just as much. But sometimes this passion is not always met with the same enthusiasm. Playing games, we learn that Amir may not be as forthright as he seems to be, and we realize that his intentions may not be as upfront as Peter would like them to be. But love makes us do crazy things, right? And as the relationship begins to hit a breaking point, emotions will be shared, feelings will be hurt, and everything will change when a phone call comes in from Amir's wife, who has arrived in Germany from Australia. Okay, so a short summary for a very short film. At a runtime of only about 85 minutes or so, and I have to say, Fever, Peter von Kant, is it general French films so short? I appreciate that. I can't really explain too much more without spoiling the things that happen, and I don't want to do that. Adapting the source material from the original play and screenplay, Ozon has managed to walk an interesting line between constructing a quirky comedy and a drama about the power love and infatuation can take. In its quick run, what anchors it beautifully is a powerful performance by Denis Menochet, who is most famously, this is where most people will know him for, he played Pierre Laperdite in that opening sequence of Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. Remember the honorable Frenchman who is hiding the Jews, and Christoph Waltz's character comes in and they go back and forth, they drink the milk, and that's him. But where that one was a more controlled character, kind of the quiet, trying to not raise the ire of the Nazi that's sitting in front of him, here we get to really see this larger-than-life masterclass in emotional range going from lovesick puppy to explosive rage. It's quite entertaining. He's both a pathetic character and a sympathetic character as we just try to see this insecure man find the love and attention he's looking for in a mirror. Something, not even just that, something that he's been looking for. We see that he once tried for it. He has an ex-partner who we never met, but we do meet his daughter, Gabrielle, played by Amanthe Audiard, who, fun fact, grandniece of Jacques Audiard, who wrote and directed Emilia Perez, so we're coming full circle there. So we know that he had a child with a previous partner. There's a hint that there might have been something that happened between him and Sidonie, but, it never got there. And equally matching him is a really passionate performance by Gharbia as Amir. He works that muse angle very well, and it's easy to see how Peter becomes so infatuated. There is a great dynamic and chemistry between them, so it really works when we get to see the different facets of the relationship. And finishing up that triangle is a really excellent performance by a wide-eyed Crepon as the mute Carl. We aren't sure why Carl is mute, but we get so much more from his eyes that it really provides uncomfortable moments of humor in the piece. And Ducol's score, it's a delight. There's playful tones that underscore the more romantic, if we call them that, moments, as well as some really gentle piano tunes for the more maudlin moments that are playing out. I need to call out Katia Wyszkop's production design. So almost the entirety of this film, it's originally based on a play, so single setting, it all takes place in Peter's lush, beautiful German apartment in Cologne, and it's designed just so expertly to capture that somewhat understated look of the early 1970s, which is when the film is set, 1972. You know what? I think I'm going to end it there. Short film, short commentary. Peter von Kant is a very delightful 4-star film with excellent performances. This one's good. I'm surprised it didn't get a little more attention. And if you liked Menochet in Inglourious Basterds and wanted more of him, check this one out. As of this recording and posting, the film is available on Strand Release's streaming add-on, which you can get through Amazon Prime, or, as I did a digital rental, or you can do a digital purchase of the film. It's available on most platforms. All right. So there we have it. There is our pair of French films for Music Month. Next week, it's about lions. Curious? Well, you know what you got to do. Come on back now, you hear? As always, if you like what you heard, please click that subscribe button, like and share the video, spread the word. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Find lots of great additional cinematic content on my website, cinephilemike.com. All right, happy watching, everyone, and until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.